What's up, guys? I'm BTC. It seems like another thing has snuck into the most recent patch. Although Hanzo is getting a rework at the end of the month, for whatever reason, his scatter arrow was just buffed. At first when I heard this, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they buff scatter arrow when they fully intend to remove it when Hanzo gets his rework in a couple weeks? And I went into the game and I checked it out myself, and sure enough, they reduced the cooldown of Hanzo's scatter arrow. Normally it would be 10 seconds, but in-game right now it has been reduced to 8 seconds, which is a pretty substantial buff to that ability. Scatter Arrow is already the most powerful damaging standard ability in the entire game. Reducing its cooldown by 2 seconds is an absolutely incredible buff to that ability. Now, I don't think it resolves the issue that Hanzo has, but it does make that one ability just absolutely ridiculous. The thing is, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they do this when we have the rework coming up in just a couple weeks? Also, keep in mind that this was not in the patch notes, and while Blizzard does a pretty terrible job at writing their patch notes, I don't think that something this significant would have been lost in the notes. I think something like this probably would have been a pretty important thing to include in the patch notes. So what I'm thinking is this was not done on purpose. It's an accidental carryover from a different version of the game. Most likely, the version that Blizzard has with the Hanzo rework already done. Quick recap on the details of the rework in case you didn't know. Scatter Arrow is being removed and replaced by something called Volley, or I think the name they're going with is Rapid Fire. It allows you to fire off 6 arrows in 2 seconds. They're all going to be at full strength in terms of speed and distance. However, they have reduced damage. They only do 80 for a normal and then 160 for a crit. But that's still a crazy amount of damage. If you land all normal hits, it's 480. If you land all criticals, then it's 960. And my guess is this new ability has an 8-second cooldown, and that is what was accidentally carried over to the live version of the game and incorrectly applied to Scatter Arrow. Sonic Arrow is also getting a bunch of changes. The cooldown is being significantly reduced, but the area effect radius is also being reduced. It's just to allow Hanzo a lot more flexibility in moving the Sonic Arrow around wherever he needs it. He's also getting a horizontal double jump that functions kind of like Tracer's Blink, but it's a double jump. So I guess the question now is, what is Blizzard going to do about it? Scatter Arrow is being completely removed from the game, but it's also about a month away, at least. So are they just going to leave the reduced cooldown, or are they going to bother to actually take the time to hotfix this and then patch it out? So what do you guys think? On purpose, accident, and do you think they're even going to bother to hotfix it out if it was an accident? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my Discord server. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links for that stuff are down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault. Also, special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for helping to make this all possible. If you'd like to see what kind of cool rewards you can get for supporting the channel, check the links on screen and down below.